Good evening. My name is Wifey Panic, and I am the newly appointed General Manager of Low Budget Wrestling. At the request of Team Black Lion, I have been sent here to add some extra action to the show. Tonight, the LBW Heavyweight title will be decided, and we will crown our first champion. However, I have something special to announce for our fans in attendance. After the semi-final matches conclude, we will fill the ring with the 6 eliminated competitors for the second chance Battle Royale. The winner will be added to the LBW title match, making it a triple threat. You wanted more action? You're going to get it here in Low Budget Wrestling. Brought to you by Team Black Lion. Fight, bleed, win.
Welcome back to Low Budget Wrestling Saturday night, and with that announcement from our general manager, this is how our show is taking shape tonight. Up first, we're going to have the 2 semi-final matches in the LBW Heavyweight title tournament, with the winners moving on to the main event. The 2 final spots in the second chance Battle Royal will be filled by those contests, with the victor being added to the LBW title match under triple threat rules. Perfect. Makes sense? Great. Let's take a look at our card tonight. Up first on our card for this evening is Rip, the Ladies' Man Sexton, versus Joel, the Mailman Bacon. Now, both these competitors have gone through some stiff competition in round 1 to make it here to round 2. Rip Sexton defeated the Human Horse Hybrid, Mr. Handy, in a very tough match that saw him use everything he could to keep down the one horsepower champion. Now, Joel, the Mailman Bacon, I had to go through Buck Cashman. A replacement opponent, his scheduled opponent for the evening, Jeremiah Fenwick, decided he'd take a cash donation to his congregation to take the night off. Now, we got some reports last night that donation was made by Big Daddy Cashman, the father of Buck Cashman. Because, hey, if there's one thing that'll get a Southern revivalist preacher to move his feet, it's a little green in the pocket. But that's alright. There's no buying anyone off in this contest. Rip Sexton and Joel, the Mailman Bacon, are both going to collide here in our beautiful LBW arena in sunny Youngstown, Ohio. As our contest gets underway, I want to thank everybody for joining us here. Beautiful side salto suplex. Joel Bacon's getting off to an early good start. Bacon's going to try to use that mat-based offense. Is just pure. He's going to try to outpower the taller, thicker Rip Sexton. Because Rip is going to need to establish himself early to keep Bacon from getting that head of steam. He's a fire plug. Whereas he's got that low center of gravity. Just lifts the larger man up over shoulder, fireman's carry into a Samoan drop. It's a good, quick offense from Bacon. Gut wrench suplex off the ground, just tossing him around. Spends a lot of time, especially around the holidays. Bacon gets that good workout, lifting those heavy Christmas packages, moving that freight back and forth. Takes a shoulder block right to that bad arm. Yeah, gets that repeated tendonitis injury to that right arm from lifting those mailbox latches. As the action spills out to the center of the side of the ring, Rip Sexton grabs a table from underneath the ring, because that's naturally where you store these kind of things. Arm drag counter outside, get some work done on those mats. Bacon lifts the knee to the face. Brings a double axe handle down. And just picks up and dumps Rip Sexton right in his back. Well, man, getting hot for the crowd. Yeah, that's what he's got going on here. And axe handle to the back again. So Rip Sexton has been just unable to get out of the gate. Joe Bacon is determined to get into that final match. So Rip has been playing from behind the 8 ball. Let's see if he can get something started here. A couple of stiff kicks. Doesn't seem like he knows what he wants to do. He's trying to make up his mind. Knife hand chops, solid right hand. Bacon back on offense. Whips Rip into the steel staircase. Now, of course, the steel steps, the hardest part of the ring. Rip Sexton repays the favor. They're a hard hit to the knees of Bacon. Those hard-working knees. Go behind, standing switch. Go behind, standing switch again. Reversal. And he quicks his reverse suplex over the head. Doing a lot of mat wrestling outside the ring. You can't get a submission out here, but you can work on that. You crank that neck. And a knee to the side of that. Just humiliated the man a little bit. Just giving him a little bit of sauce. Rip Sexton, one half of the tag team American Sausage with his partner Big Ham. He's starting to feel it. Yeah, got the trapezius hold. You got the nerve hold on the side of the neck there. And Rip's able to sneak his way out of it. He slaps the leg out from under Bacon. Gets him halfway up. Gets punched in the gut for his troubles. Kick, countered, smash that leg. We're working on the knee of Joe Bacon. Can't deliver mail with a busted leg. Leg drop across the throat, right to the beard. It's a dirty pull. You don't hit a man in the beard. What are you doing? Bacon counter off the ground. Blocked. Punched him right in the hat. Picks him up. Quick, deep 6. 2. Oh, it's only a 2 count. Only a 2 count. It's going to take a little bit more than that to keep Joe Bacon down. Rip Sexton, he's waiting on him. He's going to taunt him to his feet. He's going to try to whip him into the end of days. Straight into the mat. Dropped him right on his Beats. These classy Beats headphones. And this match brought to you by 2 count on those Beats. Rip hasn't used the table he pulled out the first time, but he goes and gets the sledgehammer. Now, this title tournament is being contested under no disqualification rules, so that sledgehammer is legal as a headlock. Unfortunately, Rip seems to be confused about whether he really wants to get in the ring. Oh, nope, changed his mind. Straight to the gut. Straight to the gut for Bacon. Now, you got to remember, in Joe Bacon's fight with Buck Cashman, he introduced the sledgehammer with the intention of smashing the guts out of Buck Cashman. It seems like karma's coming back around for Joe Bacon. He gets pulled up into the Accolade. This is Joe Bacon's finisher. What is Rip doing? Oh, Rip Sexton, you disrespectful hunk of man. And of course, Joe Bacon knows how to get out of his own finisher. He's not going to stand for that nonsense. He pulls that mass of human sexiness to his feet. That stump puller pile driver. Bacon turning this thing around. 1, 2. Almost a 3 count. Oh, the long 2. Bacon's got time to argue with the referee. He needs to capitalize. He pulls that man over. Picks him up by the hips. Dangerous work. Drops him right on his face. Oh, Bacon. Bacon, taking time, stomping it out in the corner, getting hype, getting mad. Rolls him over for a pin, a little bit late, give the man a little time to recover. You know, we're gonna get a 2 count there. Both these competitors have exchanged. Oh my goodness, deep 6 out of nowhere. 1, 2. Ooh, close 2 count again. Rip Sexton, surprise deep 6, didn't get him. All right, just check that chest cavity. He's taking a little bit of a beating there. See what he's gonna do. He's Bacon by the foot. Gets pushed off. Rip counters the pull-up. Sends Bacon to his feet. Bacon rake to the eyes. Rip headbutt. See that mane of hair works like a helmet. It's a hairspray and tenacity. And Rip just letting that frustration out. What's it gonna take to stop Joel Bacon? Arm wrench, shoulder block. It's going to take a little bit more than that. Bacon repays the favor. That non-regulation headgear. Hey, if it's cool for government work, it's cool here in LBW. Nobody's stopping him there. Rip Sexton just putting the feet to Joel Bacon. Big one, deep 6 again. That's the 3rd one, 2, and it is enough to send Joel Bacon home. Let's take a look at some of these highlights. That's the first attempt at the deep 6. Drops Bacon, gets a solid 2 count. It wasn't enough then. Joel tries to count. Bacon counters with the stump puller pile driver. This kid's got a never say die attitude. It was only good for a 2 count. And the final straw came from the 3rd deep 6 of the match. Rip Sexton gives Joel Bacon the hot deep 6. And it's 1, 2, 3. Joel Bacon unable to deliver. And Rip Sexton is moving on to the finals of the heavyweight title tournament. In our next contest, we have the literary Goliath, R. Shawn Wells, taking on Rowdy Randy Stan, the technical genius and lucha libre hero who has come from out of nowhere to shock the crowd with an upset win over Bear Bradford. R. Shawn Wells made it to the 2nd round by taking out our hero, the great Prince Awesome, in a fantastic come-from-behind win. So, both of these men are riding a big momentum. They're riding a big momentum train, and we're going to see where it takes them here tonight. Making his way to the ring, our literary Goliath, R. Shawn Wells. As we previously mentioned, he put down the great Prince Awesome, the heavy favorite. He was our hero, my hero, your hero, the great Prince Awesome. Beaten down by the largest competitor here in LBW, which is saying something. Because of all the giants we have that come to fight in our arena, the literary Goliath is by far the biggest. He's been writing books, snapping necks, cashing checks, big wine enthusiast, bit of a day drinker. But Arshawn Wells, he's an influencer. This man is capable of making Tom Cruise movies bearable. Kind of. Sort of. If you don't think about what you could be watching instead of what you are. But the literary Goliath, he's not really, he comes here to get that frustration out. You turn his beautiful works into terrible action comedies. Hey, no. That's not what he's about here. He's about coming to LBW and then making a different kind of name for himself. So that jacket comes off, you know you're in trouble. His opponent for this evening is going to be Rowdy Randy Stan. He's from Hollywood, California. He's taking a lot of his wrestling influence from his Lucha Libre, from the Lucha Libre style. It's present a lot in Southern California. In particular, his hero is Eddie Guerrero. So he's adapted a lot of Eddie's offense into his own. He's put his own kind of spin on it. You're going to see him probably, he used the Three Amigos set of triple suplexes and the frog splash to beat Bear Bradford. So we know he's absolutely capable of utilizing the offense that he's borrowed. So let's see if that quick style can get past the Goliath, who we know can compete against the Luchadors. And so far, a miss and a big backdrop, and it's already not looking great for Randy Stan. You want to talk about a size disparity. Arshawn Wells just got a Hurricane Rana. Arshawn has got about 250 pounds on Randy Stan. And Randy is content to reach down. That's a stump puller. He grabs that leg, yank it up, and he's working the abdominal, working the hamstring. Trying to work the legs, slow this big monster down. Problem is, that big monster is as fast as you can get him. So they're throwing right hands. And one solid right just rocks Randy Stan. He's yanked in. Package pile driver. Package power bomb. Randy already feeling it. We're only moments into this contest and he's already groggy getting to his feet. All right, he's outside the ring. Arshawn Wells looking for a weapon. Pulls out a table, and we had a table pulled out in the first contest too, and it didn't actually get utilized. Randy Stan goes right for the chair, gets it taken out of his hands, and just a clubbing blow to the back of the head. Uses some of that technical expertise to counter, gets his chair back, and tries to bring it down. Arshawn too quick. Dodges the hit, does not dodge the second blow to the side of the face. There's a reason they call the old-fashioned steel chair the great equalizer. And this runs a man right into the side of the ring post. Randy Stan not intimidated in the least by the literary Goliath. And also showing, just like his hero, not afraid to take a shortcut or two, but gets his receipt and gets whipped into the face first into the side of the ring. Tosses Arshawn back in, and it goes and gets his chair. Goes to the side of the gut, punched in the kidney, and the chair gets whipped into the fifth dimension underneath the ring, I guess. Arshawn kicks him into the corner. Set him up for, bam, cannonball into the corner. Oh no, oh, something bad's coming. The ring is a-thumping. Kick to the gut, whipped off the ropes. 10 feet in the air, pop-up powerbomb. Quick cover. Could be a short night for Randy Stan. And he kicks out at 2, long 2. Literary Goliath doesn't know what to make of this. Not exactly thrilled with the prospect. Off the top, whoa! Springboard moonsault. We know he can do it, and he kind of got a little bit of it. He got just enough to keep the momentum going. Snaps that leg over. You got a fast opponent, you take his legs away from him, you can stop that. Randy Stan kicks the man off. Needs to get it going. Grabs him by the ears. Pull a man up by the ears. This is dirty fool. European uppercut, stumbles him into the ropes. That's what he's gonna do here. Face first across the middle rope. Gonna climb that man's back and just put both feet in those kidneys. Apply that pressure. Underhooks, suplex, flips those hips. Looking for the 3 amigos. That's 1. Boom. That's 2. Roll those hips again. Gets the big man up. And 3 amigos. Center of the ring. Go for the quick pin. Didn't go for the frog splash. 2. Well, come on. You got to keep the momentum going, buddy. You don't want to stop there. I'm not sure what's alive inside the ring here at LBW. I think that steel chair that got punched into the 5th dimension, it's becoming a factor. I think it would have been a 3 count, but you see the ring is actually vibrating quite heavily. I think it helped pop Arshawn Wells' shoulders off the mat. Might have helped him out there. The tremors seem to have calmed down some. So it might not be a factor anymore. It might have just helped out Arshawn when he really needed it. But when you have the strength to punch a chair underneath a solid construct and then powerbomb a guy from 10 feet in the air. 2. Long 2 count. Dodges the kick and undercuts the leg, cuts the knee out from under Arshawn Wells. Again, a bit of a dirty player, but that's exactly who we're modeled after. Dragon Sleeper into a reverse suplex, drops all that weight down across the neck. That could be the setup. That could be the setup he needs. Beautiful frog splash off the top. And it's not enough. It's not enough. That frog splash has put down Bear Bradford in this tournament alone. We've seen that frog splash defeat several tough opponents on the first try. It is not enough tonight. Randy Stan thinks he's got time to showboat for the crowd a little bit. Pulls Arshawn into the headlock. Twists that neck, drops him right back down again. Not going to let the big man keep a vertical base. Very smart work. They're all the same size on their face. But just dealing with the power and the quickness of Arshawn Wells, snaps him down for a quick cover. Just laying across the man. See if that'll get him. Pressing down with the weight advantage worked before. A hard elbow to the gut, backs him off. Kick to the beanbag. It's dirty, but it's legal. Brainbuster suplex. So we know that Arshawn Wells has survived the brainbuster before when it was delivered by the great Prince Awesome. Tope con hilo over the top rope. Yeah, working up a bit of a sweat. Randy Stan, he's feeling it. Yeah, he's got time to taunt. He's got time to jazz it around. Looks like he's waiting. He's gonna let the big man crawl to his feet, make him spend the energy to get up. It doesn't seem like a lot, but making your opponent pull himself off the ground. One, it's demoralizing. 2, it's a hammer fist to the face. Arshawn's going to kick it into overdrive. He's taking a lot of big offense here. You got to wonder how much more does he have left. Cradle neckbreaker. It's nothing but power from Arshawn Wells. Everything he does is designed just for maximum impact. The reverse arm drag pulls the man straight down. Again, keeping him flat on his back. This is where Randy Stan needs to keep this fight. Dragon Sleeper into the suplex. Again, drops that weight across that neck. The last time this was a setup for the frog splash. Thinking about it. Contemplating it. Now it gives him too much time to recover. Fireman's carry takedown. Doesn't even keep him down for a second. Arshawn rolls right through it. Kick to the gut. Snap suplex up. Brainbuster again. Center of the ring. Randy Stan is doing everything he can. He's laying everything he's got out there. He's hoping something will stick. What will keep this man down? But he's not doing himself any favors because he's not going for the covers. He's nailing these big moves and then just kind of waiting to see what'll happen instead of being aggressive about it. And he's going to pay. Arshawn picks him up. Big Samoan drop. Center of the ring. And this might be the mistake that cost Randy Stan the match. Kick to the gut. Pop up powerbomb again. Third finisher. 1, 2. No, not the end of the day for Rowdy Randy Stan. And Arshawn Wells is incredulous. He likes when I use words fitting of a literary Goliath. Snaps him with the jawbreaker. Quick elbow to the chest. And a clubbing meat hook to the top of the head. Countered by a fireman's carry. Rolls him right through. No! Hurricanrana countered into the powerbomb. Randy Stan trying some of that fast-paced offense, gets it immediately countered by the cagey veteran. He fell for that Hurricanrana in the early minutes of this match. Did not fall for it this time. Pump handle neckbreaker right across the knee. And kick to the chest, lands on the wrist. He's gonna try that springboard again. No, he pays him with it, shows him a tope con hilo of his own. But that back is singing. And he landed the move, but Arshawn Wells unable to capitalize. Oh, he's taunting. He's taunting Randy Stan to his feet. Kick to the gut. Off the ropes again. Gonna keep trying this pop-up powerbomb until it finds a home. And that's the end of the match. 4 pop-up powerbombs later, and it's enough to finally defeat Rowdy Randy Stan. Let's see, look at the highlights. Cannonball into the corner. That was the first pop-up powerbomb. Randy Stan, I mean, he pulled off everything he could, but I think this is the difference between a veteran and a relative newcomer. Randy Stan, all the athletic gifts in the world, didn't know what to do with himself. He got to a point where he was putting some offense together, but when his normal sequence didn't finish the match for him, he didn't know what else to do. He got caught he got caught staring, not being sure what to do. And the literary Goliath absolutely came in with a plan. Pick the man up and throw him at the ground over and over as many times as it takes until he stays down. Arshawn Wells is your victor. We are looking here right now. We'll join you for this 6-man over-the-top rope second chance battle royal. Each of these competitors was eliminated in one of the first or second round contests for the LBW Heavyweight Title Tournament, and we're going to see one of them get added back into the title match via the rulings of our benevolent general manager, to give a little more flair to the LBW Heavyweight Title Tournament. Now, this battle royal is being contested in over-the-top rope battle royal rules, so you got to get over the top rope, both feet hit the floor. You've seen a couple close eliminations. So far, with even numbers in the ring, it seems like everybody's just kind of paired off in a one-on-one fights. Mr. Handy, the human horse hybrid, is taking on the human cash register, Buck Cashman. The great Prince Awesome is taking it to his protege, Randy Stan, who just did a beautiful skin the cat to get himself back in the ring. And Joe Bacon renewing a rivalry with Bear Bradford. Used to having a bit of a fallout. They used to see eye to eye. Not so much anymore. A hard elbow to the side of the head. See, a lot of what you're going to get in this kind of battle royals is offense geared toward wearing an opponent down and then struggling to get them over the top rope and get them out of the ring. See, Buck Cashman just whipped Mr. Handy over the top rope, as did Joe Bacon. They're both struggling. Mr. Handy counters human horse hybrid, 1 horsepower, all you need. Gets that big jaw broken though. Now Great Prince Awesome comes off the top rope, misses the drop kick. Randy Stan right there to counter. Dragon Sleeper into the reverse suplex. It's done well for him tonight. Wasn't enough to put down Arshawn Wells, but he knocks the Great Prince Awesome for a loop right here. Bear Bradford using the reverse Tiger Driver. Randy said crucifix powerbomb. So much action in the ring, it's hard to call. You don't know where to look. So Mr. Handy, top of your screen, he's looking to put Buck Cashman out for the night. And he does a hard right hand to the side of the head, and Buck Cashman is eliminated. He can't believe it, although no one's really surprised. But look at that. All right, now we're down to 5 competitors remaining. Now with an odd number, you're going to start to see the pairings get a little bit heinous. Because now, you know, if they continue to work without ganging up on people, you're going to see one person is going to have an opportunity to rest here, and Joe Bacon's taking that opportunity, getting a little bit of a breather, while Bear Bradford squares off with the Human Horse Hybrid. Just like the opportunistic asshole that he is, we see the Mailman sneaks in to take advantage after the damage is done. He gets his licks in on Bear Bradford. We've got a contest of champions. We've got a contest of luchadors going on behind us. Randy Stan and his mentor, the Great Prince Awesome, going at it. So Randy said under the bottom rope, but he did flip over the top rope. So if he gets pushed off the side here, he will be eliminated. It's important to note. You see Randy Stan holding on to that bottom rope, avoiding elimination. And he's already back in danger. He just got back into the ring. It looks like the tables have turned for the Mailman. He hops that top rope, trying to keep his feet from getting tripped up. But a save from Mr. Handy. Too mad at Bear Bradford. And Randy Stan put out of the ring. Great Prince Awesome. Knocks his protege over the top rope, securing his spot. Now it's a dastardly thing to do, but it had to be done. Now looking for a double elimination here. Mr. Handy kicks and throws Bear Bradford over the top rope. The Mailman picking the bones of the distracted Prince Awesome. So Prince Awesome already back in. Bear Bradford having a little bit more trouble fending off the Human Horse Hybrid. It's just one after the other. Just try to get these quick eliminations. Their competitors, they're really trying to save as much energy as they can because they know immediately after this match, they're going to have to compete in a triple threat match for the heavyweight championship. They're not trying to burn up a ton of energy. So you're not going to see a lot of the spectacular offense these people might be known for because they're trying to save the gas. But you're going to run into an issue because how much do you try to save versus how much do you have to use to make sure that you win. So Joe Bacon takes a big shot. Oh, gets countered, elbow to the gut. So Mr. Handy went for the crucifix powerbomb and gets it flipped over by the very agile Bear Bradford. Eliminations going on both sides, top and bottom. Mr. Handy and the Mailman in trouble. Bear Bradford takes a swing, gets it countered, elbow to the gut. Oh, Prince Awesome goes to the same swing, gets it counted the same way. Terrible. Big suplex. Oh, reverse. Over the top. That's funny. Get that JBL last call. Joe Bacon is feeling it. The Mailman looking to deliver. Feels like he made a mistake. Losing to Rip Sexton. Looking to avenge that loss. He's going to have to go through the Human Horse Hybrid, the Russian Gladiator, and the Great Prince Awesome. And he's willing to do it. Spins him around, busts that guts. Then pay that postage. Mr. Handy gonna take out the Russian Gladiator, flips him over the top rope, and he's eliminated. Mr. Handy, the Human Horse Hybrid has come to play. Bear Bradford is eliminated. So the 1 horsepower machine is taking a minute to breathe. Takes a wild swing at the oh no. Oh, up, powerbombed over the top rope. The Human Horse Hybrid emphatically eliminates our hero. The Great Prince Awesome going to the showers. And now it's down to Joel, the Mailman Bacon, with a running bicycle kick to the chest. The Human Horse Hybrid, Mr. Handy. Mr. Handy on an absolute tear. Eliminates Buck Cashman, eliminates Bear Bradford, eliminates the Great Prince Awesome. He is clearing the field. If he can put out the mailman, he will almost clean sweep this battle royal and will move on to try to become our first heavyweight champion. Joe Bacon, too smart to get into a power contest with a guy like the Human Horse Hybrid. Up on the shoulders, crucifix powerbomb thrown halfway across the ring. And Mr. Handy is feeling it. Running start. Bam! Horse leg! Drop that big horse. Let's see. What else is he gonna do? What else has he got? Why? So much brutality. So much pain. Oh, just throws him face first into the mat. Seems unnecessary. Seems a bit violent. I mean, we just had this discussion about how much do you hold on to. Apparently, if you're Mr. Handy, you know you've got enough gas in the tank when you're the 1 horsepower machine. You don't need to hold on to anything. You can just go full blast from the jump. Crush him with the horse crush. Up by the face. Joe Bacon not had enough. Meat hook clothesline in the face brings him down. Trying to reverse that momentum. Normally you see Joe Bacon play a more patient game. He wants to slow the offense down, land those power shots. Mr. Handy's having none of it. None of it. Belly to belly over the top suplex. Whips him through the ropes. Kinda, sorta. Using those big, powerful legs. So vascular. This is, the stuff of nightmares or dreams, depending on what you're into. The Human Horse Hybrid caters to everybody. Joe Bacon, hard shot to the head. He's gotta get on track here. There's too much momentum. 1 horsepower machine, the 1 horsepower nation. So whips him into the corner. This is mildly inappropriate, but gets him onto the top rope. That's the next step. Oh, gets a thumb to the eye. Mr. Handy saves himself. Grabs Joe Bacon by those Dazzling Beats headphones and walks him to the edge of the ring. And gets punched right in his horse face. Gets that back break. Gets uppercut to the chin. Back chop. No, the high horse leg. Oh, you don't want to get kicked by a horse. Let me tell you. Yeah, the brain damage isn't really worth it. Joe Bacon after a fantastic performance, he seems to be fading. He needs to get to his feet. He needs to get to his feet and get this momentum reversed. Now that's out in a one-on-one contest. He hasn't put in a whole lot of effort, mostly picking shots. But as one of the last 2 competitors in here, he really needs to get that offense going. And he's going to stop the pain train that is the Human Horse Hybrid. Wrench that arm down across the face. Headbutt. Pulls him out to his feet. Headbutt again. Knocks him down. 3rd headbutt. That reinforced page boy cap. You would think it'd be illegal, but it's completely not. Joe Bacon, momentum on his side. Oh no, he can't land the shot. He can't put Mr. Handy away that way. Mr. Handy whips him into the ropes. Oh, no, powerbomb. He's up. No, Bacon's out. Bacon powerbombs from 8 feet in the air to the ground. Mr. Handy is your winner. Look at some of these moves. Look at some of these highlights. Mr. Handy spiked on top of his head. That might have been the only time anybody had anything for him, because the rest of this match is elimination after elimination for the Human Horse Hybrid, Mr. Handy. He put out Buck Cashman. He put out Buck Cashman, Bear Bradford, the Great Prince Awesome, and his final elimination of the night, the powerbomb over the top rope again on the mailman, Joe Bacon. It's going to send Mr. Handy into the final matchup as the 3rd competitor for the LBW Heavyweight title. Can you feel it? Can you feel the power? The horsepower? Oh, I'm excited. I am hyped. I'm so pumped up. And that match is next. And Here we go, fight fans. I hope you enjoyed that little bit of a breather, because it's about to be very intense from here to the end of the night. We're going to crown our first LBW heavyweight champion. Making his way to the ring first, the human horse hybrid, Mr. Handy. He fought through 5 other competitors, eliminating 4 himself, to be added into this match at the ruling of our general manager. You want to make things more exciting? You want to make things more intense? This is definitely the man to add to the building. And you're going to get a lot of people who will say, oh, well, you can't have a human horse hybrid, just this monster man, just show up here and let him become a competitor. Absolutely we can. Low Budget Wrestling is the proud home of an alien hunter who claims to be a normal human, who absolutely is a normal human. Like, there's a lot of people denigrating E.T. Hunter. He's a fantastic guy. You have the mouth from down south, Jeremiah Fenwick, a devoted evangelist who may or may not be an actual demon. Well, I still think he's completely not on level, but my opinion doesn't seem to matter a whole lot. We have our literary Goliath, Arshawn Wells, noted author, playwright, man about town, wine enthusiast. Rip Sexton, the sexiest man of 1978, who just happened to be born in 1990. We don't really understand his Burt Reynolds-esque sensibilities, but I don't question him, because the man is effective in the ring. That's what matters. It's a very varied and wide-reaching cast. Now, these 3 competitors here have fought through tooth and nail for this opportunity. Arshawn Wells has defeated both the top-seeded favorite in the Great Prince Awesome, and his protege, who is just riding the biggest momentum streak you could give to somebody. He put both those competitors down in spectacular fashion. The first through trickery and guile, and the second through just overpowering strength. Arshawn Wells has got to be the new favorite here, but you're pitting him against Mr. Handy, a man he's equal in size, strength. Like, determination is going to be the deciding factor there, because on paper, it's a perfectly even physical matchup. And then your wild card between getting thrown into the mix between these two is Rip Sexton, the ladies' man, one who has decided to forego his usual attire for something a bit more provocative for his championship bout. And you gotta respect that confidence, because that is confidence and body oil. He's a sight. As he saunters to the ring. Now, it's easy to forget that Rip Sexton holds victories in this tournament over Joel Bacon, the mailman. Like, one of the toughest competitors we have here. It took Mr. Handy an enormous effort to get Joel Bacon out of the Battle Royal. Rip Sexton is not to be denied. Now, he's also the man that eliminated Mr. Handy in the first place. So he's coming into this with the confidence. He knows he can beat Mr. Handy. So he's confident that he can. He is supreme, hairy, slick confidence. But there's a lot of factors at play here. There's a big sidekick miss by Arshawn Wells, coming out of the gate firing. It's going to be interesting to see the psychology at play here. Is Rip just going to let these 2 big behemoths fight and pick a shot, or is he going to get involved himself? Hard right hand in Mr. Handy's face. Rip kicked off the ropes and tucked into the bottom turnbuckle. Rip gets away from it. Mr. Handy taking a bit of a breather. They're taking this time to collect himself. Already lifting way up for the crucifix powerbomb. 30 seconds in the match, he's throwing that signature around already. Elbows at the side of the head. They cannot dislodge the shades indoors. Oh no! Arjan taunting the crowd. Mr. Handy just ruling the roost, having no part of it. That's right, made a chicken pun for a horseman. Arjan Wells putting the boots to Mr. Handy. He's choking the horse. It sounds dirtier than it is because we just talked about a chicken. Rip Sexton runs in, tries to get an extra shot, and it does not go anywhere for him. Mr. Handy get that suplex reversed. Arjan fending off challenges from every direction. Eventually, Rip puts him down. Mr. Handy lands the jumping elbow. Picks that big leg up, smashes it across the knee. So Mr. Handy feeling it, throws Arjan to the ground. To the chest, another, holds that arm, pulls him across from the meat hook clothesline. Oh no, Rip, wrong place, wrong time. Gets caught, power slam. But Mr. Handy just handling business right now. Yeah, Arjan tossed to the outside. Rip goes for the close uppercut. And gets pulled into the spine. He gets that punch countered into a spine buster. Yeah, Arjan, you may want to get into the ring. Maybe not the best time to taunt, buddy. Mr. Handy looking for here. Boot to the head, Rip Sexton. Rip Sexton just got knocked into next week. And the power, 550 pounds over the head, 10 feet up and 10 feet down. Mr. Handy can't be stopped and can't capitalize. Already to his feet, Arjan Wells just got dropped on his face, gets to his feet instantly. Rolls through a powerbomb out of the corner. Rip's gonna take a breather. Gonna get himself. That's the veteran instincts of Rip Sexton. He looks goofy. He's a brilliant tactician. Takes a hard shot, rolls to the outside where it's safe. The Samoan drop on Mr. Handy, and a foot to the face. You can't pin him on the outside. Rip knows that. He's not going to be involved. He's not going to try to take any more of this beating until he gets his head cleared. He hasn't mounted any real offense yet. Every time he sticks his nose in the fire, he gets it kicked off his face. But he's been trying to pick his shots. It hasn't been working out great for him. He's going to have to find a way to compete with these two monsters. He's a stiff DDT from Arjan Wells. Rip Sexton taking the brunt of the abuse here. But Mr. Handy employing what he's learned from Rip Sexton. Takes a breather outside. Arjan hits the pop-up powerbomb. 2 and 3. That's it. Arjan Wells with the quick pop-up powerbomb on Rip Sexton. He wins the match and becomes your first low-budget wrestling heavyweight champion. There's the pop-up powerbomb. This is the finish. Mr. Handy thrown to the outside. Arjan 3 on the powerbomb, and he is your winner. Good. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. This has been a fantastic episode of Low Budget Wrestling. We look forward to seeing you right back here next Saturday night, 8 p.m. This show is brought to you by Team Black Lion. Fight, bleed, win. Visit us anytime you need to get your fix.